Feeling like a parasite. Yeah, I'm going out of sight. Yeah, I'm going to a new room. Cause I'm out my room. Goddamn, got the broom. Gotta clean it up. Goddamn, where's my mind? Gotta clean it up. I'm just hitting the tape recorder and pressing play. As my mind spray onto the universe. Fucking Jimmy J, that's a curse. This a worse. Get my mind out of my head, out of my room, walk into a space, find a new tune. Yeah, it's like, is it just me right now? Been in my head all day. Normally I go for a run, but shit, I ate. I can't be. I just personally, anytime I try and run after I eat, I cramp up. So I had to walk outside into the nightlife, get my mind right. Cause goddamn, I'm in my head. See on mailbox. Think I'm dead. I think I got existential dread. Cause my mind bled. When I read that Jimmy J went for a walk to start the novel off. And now, here I am. Start my mood off. I just remember the Waste of Life novel. One of the first things in it is just Jimmy J being in his head, thinking all these crazy fucking thoughts and being depressed, and he just goes out for a walk saying, I'm in my fucking head, I'm stressed out. Let me just go for a walk and, just freestyle and fucking do the things I like to do, which is, nighttime, just being outside in the night, It's not hot outside anymore because it's summertime. Holy shit, this really is like a full circle kind of moment. And he's just freestyling. It's like, if he thinks something cool, just write it down on his phone, I just watched an interview by Russ. That motherfucker's inspiring, let me tell you something. God damn. Like, I don't know how every time I watch an interview, I'm like, I want to go do shit. I woke up this morning, 1 o'clock. For the whole day, I was like, okay, at some point, I'll record the last song of the 52, the last song of Temptations, which is Hey. And the whole day, I didn't do it. Whole day, I don't know what the fuck I even did. I mean, this is my day off, from work, I had worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was finally my day off on a Tuesday. And what do? And I didn't really do shit. I tried to work on my novel a little bit, but I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, I reread the last 2 chapters I had wrote and gave them names because they hadn't been named yet. Because I wanted to do something, but I just wasn't feeling anything really, I edited a little bit of like a 2K game, a little bit of game. I finished game 6 of the finals with me and Colton. Hopefully, man, I can, what I want to do for those is just commentate over them. I don't just put them out because I got a whole bunch of games out I can put out. I have over probably 50, probably more, because there's a whole playoffs. Full 7-game series, every single round. They range from 10 to 18 minutes videos. And I would commentate over them with Colton, but he's the kind of guy who doesn't do shit, which is what I was today. I'm all, sometimes I'm all talk and I just, procrastinate instead. Or I just so I'm not really afraid of shit anymore, to be honest. Fuck that, Why would I be afraid of something, I'm literally fucking just walking. Was it 10 o'clock? Just walking outside, talking to my fucking phone. And people probably okay, that's cool. Do I think it's cool? I mean, I don't know. That's what fucking Jimmy J did. And that guy is basically me in a different kind of like form, pretty much. You know, and you know what? I did write my novel today. You know, it was pretty cool. A couple days ago, and I was thinking like, also real quick, this is all inspired by Rush just saying, get a tape recorder and press play, and like, you know, so, but I want you to interview. But what I was saying about my novel, shit. Oh yeah, a couple days ago, I had this idea, and I was like, anytime I get an idea, I just write up my novel. And it was, shit, I fucking lose my mind so often. It was saying, you know, I get it, and I think of something else, and I lose it again. Basically saying I'm selfish. I'm a selfish person. All I care about is myself. Which is kind of true. Not false. You know, with Jimmy J, it's true. Because, I mean, it's not all the way true. I mean, he still cares about people. I still care about people. But at the end of the day, all I really care about is, like, my well-being. I mean, it's fucked up, I guess. In the interview, Russ was saying, you know, once I made it, it was like, hey, how can I help other people make it? So that's kind of my mindset, you know. I'm in that mindset of how can I make it? Like, I don't really got shit. Like, all my money I make in my job is going straight into my music and food. My survival pretty much is like my mood, which is music. Like, it helps me get my mood straight. And in food to survive. Fuck else, like, what else am I gonna do? Like right now, I'm trying to make it, you know. I've released, 31 songs the past 33 weeks. The other 2 weeks were when the album dropped, you know. So, I mean, what else, like, should I be doing with my money? You know, should I be helping? I mean, I guess, you know, helping other people, but, like, the way I see it, you invest in yourself. Once you make enough of yourself, like Russ was saying, you know, now I have like this all money I can just give other people, you know. I think his mom like said, you know, oh fuck, this is gonna be a hard one to remember. Basically saying, I'm gonna paraphrase because I got shit for brain's memory. Probably because I don't write shit down really. Like when I notice shit, well, I write it down just in the form of a lyric. You know, because that's like what I do. It's like I'm a lyricist. I think I try and be a philosopher. I don't know shit about philosophy. You know, I have like my own made up philosophy for life that I follow, that Russ makes up, I follow. You know, people I look up to, I follow. Not a very routine person. But his mom was saying, Russ's mom was saying pretty much, the money you make, you try and basically put it back in. It's like, here it was. Money's supposed to change other people's reality. It's like, helps change the reality. And that could be for the good or the worse. Shit. Had I been successful at 18 as a rapper, which is, that's like, when I first started writing lyrics, was like, summer 16. They were fucking awful. Had like, let's say like, I mean, my first song didn't come out till I was 21 though, because, I mean, I didn't do, like, I just wanted to smoke weed and chill. I mean, I said I was a rapper, but I didn't say it out loud. I still don't say it out loud. I don't tell people I'm a rapper, but, fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, this is a bad thing about ADHD. Most of it's fucking amazing. I'll just say random shit. And like it eventually sounds pretty cool. A lot of my songs are kind of like that, just like a bunch of random thoughts. I mean, Iced Out was originally just called Random Thought, because it's just a bunch of random thoughts on a song, like this is. That's why it's hard for me to write a song and stick to a topic, because like I just think of random things constantly. And you asked me what I was talking about literally a minute ago, I literally couldn't tell you. I'll play this back and be like, damn it, I wish I could continue that thing I have in my head, but it's already gone. Maybe that's why my memory is so bad, because I'm always thinking about other things, you know. I don't just think about one thing, you know. I'm not present very often. Like literally right now, just walking. And, like, I haven't been thinking about the fact I was walking for the past 8 minutes. This is usually where I run. I haven't ran in months. There's this guy I work with, Terry. Me and him are really good friends. And we went to like this waffle place, Jupiter, pizza and waffles. Shit was incredible. And I remember we and him were like, yo, like, I want to get like a fucking waffle maker, because I'm pretty sure he said the same thing, but it was like, for me, like, my parents like eat pancakes like for breakfast kind of shit. Like, not big on waffles. I'd had waffles a couple times as a kid, but I don't remember them very well, because pancakes were good too. But like, the thing with pancakes is, that fucking sucks. They're good at first, but they get soggy and shit, and you know, after a while, it's like, God, this is disgusting. The thing with waffles is that those bitches are fucking hard. Like, they're not gonna like get soggy. Like, they're good that whole time. And so, like, I'm gonna buy a waffle maker and make waffles. I said it. Didn't think about it again for a long time. The reason why I even thought about this conversation, about this topic, because I was like walking by a house just like a block ago, whatever, and it looked like it had like a diner inside. Like, it just looked like a diner, like a fucking diner. And there's this guy I work with, Shane. And he goes, like, Waffle House a lot. Apparently he's, like, a regular. And I'm, like, asking him, yo, are the fucking waffles, like, good? Like, I heard, like, they weren't very good. People just get other shit there. And he's like, yeah, they're not that good. I'm like, where the fuck can I get good waffles, like, for cheap, you know? But there's this, I had my first professor ever for audio engineering. His name was, like, Melvin Mays. And he said this quote that I still have never forgotten. It was like 2 years ago. I mean, it's not that long ago, but it just like, I wrote it down because he said like, go take notes, and I always like taking notes. Well, notes like are like philosophy kind of shit, and this was like a philosophy quote. And he said, good, cheap, fast. You can only have two. Good, cheap, fast. With Jupiter, it's good. It's not fast, because it's like you gotta sit down. It's kind of cheap. I mean, it wasn't that much. It's like $12. With fast food, it's all cheap, and it's, you know, pretty good. Fuck. I don't want to go over there. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, and like fast food, you know, this fucking car, bro. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Just stupid shit. I feel like this could be like a podcast kind of thing, just like my thoughts, you know. Like, I don't know the cool name right now. It's like James Marbury's Mind or something. Fuck, I don't know. Volume 1, bro. Volume 1's. I want to have, like, a bunch of volumes, bro. Like, only thing I have, like, it's going to be, like, a number 2 so far, like, I've ever made, will be John Bain 2, The Burnout. And I have, like, 2 songs for it. Maybe 3, but that third song is probably, like, the start of something new. Like, once, like, lo-fi kind of beat songs, like, wanna float on my boat, damn, I hope this is really me and not just phone for a legacy. Feeling free, let the wind think I grin when I sin. Think this is real life. Wonder what it feel like. Wonder if my skills tight. Wonder if I wanted too much. Just a rush to my head. Shit like that, but it's like a lo-fi beat. GC on the track, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to some of his beats today, trying to like find more beats like it, you know, so I could like make more songs like that, because like same with like a lot of YouTube producers, like you buy 2 get 1 free, shit, like combos like that. And if I like one of his beats, I'm sure I can find others. I've gone to him before, like to make songs, like the first time, which isn't out yet, but like that song is B. I fucking love that song. But the thing I noticed with GC is, no disrespect, because a lot of, like, he's like a shitload of subscribers, so it's just like one guy's opinion. But GC, it's just my musical taste. He makes a lot of like it's just my preference. He makes a lot of like a bright music, which is more of a shot at me, I guess. That I like darker music. Like the beats are just so bright and like life. I'm fucking walking in the dark right now. This is where I'm most comfortable, the dark. And like I'm not like, you know, holy shit, there's a guy running, just fucking scared the shit out of me, dude. Holy fuck. Whew. Oh my god. Holy shit. He's pretty big. Wonderful stop. Damn. That's crazy, because I've never like actually walked around like my neighborhood. I'm always like running, and I always like see people walking and shit. Oh, he stopped. But I always see people like walking and shit. I'm like, damn, like I wonder what it's like to like, you know, be walking and shit, and like I like have someone like running behind you and like scare the shit out of you. And I just fucking had that experience, and it's fucking scary as fuck. Especially at night. Oh my god. Holy shit, bro. That I see, like I've ran by people and like yelled. I'm like, oh my god, like why are you so scared and like freaked out? But I mean, when you're not observing your surroundings, you're just like in your fucking head, like I just was. You know, that shit will happen. You know, like I'm observing at first, but after a while, I'm just like in a state of flow right now. You know, and I'm just like in my head. Ooh, this could actually be named, like, Night Walks, James's Mind, or some cool shit, like, something like, ooh, something related to, like, the novel, Jimmy J's Walk. Oh, well, I could, like, look at, like, the chapter name or some shit, you know, and correlate it back to that, but something like that, because I think this is good for my mind, honestly, to, like, end of the day and shit, like, how are you feeling at the end of the day, you know? Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? You know? You didn't have a good day, you want to get it all out? This is what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting shit out of my fucking head. Because Russ said, grab the tape recorder and press play. Speak your mind. You know? That's what I'm doing. Damn. Speaking of, like, Russ and... Holy shit, is that a scarecrow? No, it's a tree. It looks like a scarecrow. That scared me. But, you know, I look up to, like, artists like Russ, Mac Miller, and Logic. You know, in my songs that are not out yet, like, kind of, like, talk about what all three kind of mean to me in, like, different phases of, like, as far as, like, how they've inspired me. And I'm going to talk about that right now because it's on my mind. And I like conversation, but right now I haven't talked to anyone today except myself in my head, and now I'm talking to myself through a phone, but yet hopefully someone's listening, right? Like at a different time, you know. Like I realize I've like come to love conversation, but I really do have them, like deep ones, like, you know, especially like lately, as like, I'm really just by myself a lot of time. Like I'm either like serving, having like meaningless conversations at work, pretty much, and then I'm by myself, having just deep conversations with myself. So, but I start with Logic because he's like number one on my top rappers of all time. Also kind of top inspiring people because all these three relate to each other. I first heard Logic. Damn, we're going for the fucking beginning. God damn, motherfucker, right? Let's, like, grab a fucking nap, or a, what's it called? Blanket? Yeah, it's story time, motherfuckers. Better fucking... Honestly, I might just play this back, but I'm just walking, and, like, well, maybe. But, Logic, I think I don't think. I first heard one of his songs. It was Buried Alive. I'll never forget it. It was back when I was living in Katy. I was in 11th grade, his album, The Incredible True Story, had just came out around that time, but I was listening to the song Buried Alive, which is on his first album, Under Pressure, which came out a year earlier. Less than a year, actually. Kind of impressive. Well, his standards, my standards, I'm saying I drop it out like every fucking 2 months, so I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to sound like a fucking asshole right now, but it was a slight flex because he flexes a lot in his interviews. I mean, it's good to flex sometimes, even on your idols. Yeah, I mean, I was just listening to that song, and it's a credible song, you know. So he's talking about basically how, like, he's been buried alive as a person, as this artist kind of comes to fruition and, like, kind of buries Bobby, which is his real name. It's kind of like the being big. But, I mean, after a while, like, after, like, a year or two later, I listened to quite a bit of his songs. I've become a very, very big fan, and started writing lyrics of my own, which I had never done before, which is kind of crazy because I never liked music as a kid, which is blasphemy that now I'm a musician, an artist. Flash fucking cars. I need to go to a spot where it's like, well, I'm in the fucking neighborhood. Where else could I go? Motherfuckers. Is that a person? No, it's a tree. But, time travel, flash forward a couple of years later, like 2019. And Logic puts out Supermarket, which is a book written by Bobby Hall, which is his real name, Sir Robert Bryson Hall II, born January 22nd or the 20th, 22nd or 20th of 1990. Shout out to those 90s babies, you know what I'm saying, 97 myself, 97 till infinity, you know what I'm saying, 97 Senna. Your birthday should be like something you fucking like pride yourself in. That's just how I personally feel. Like, if you don't take pride in your fucking birthday, like, what the fuck do you take pride in? Like, I love my birthday, 11/24/97. Like, that shit just, like, speaks to who I am. Like, I know nothing about that day other than I was fucking born. It was a Monday, and a goat fucking came out. Like, build that fucking ego up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Supermarket came out. Also a soundtrack, which I can dive into later about kind of like my Sonic. What I like to make sonically. But he made that Supermarket novel, and I read it. While I was reading it, I was getting ideas for how I could write a novel myself. And then I finished that novel around April of, I think, April 30th or something. I have like a Snapchat that says something about it. And within a month later, I had started writing my own novel, The Wasted Life, because my life was a shithole at the time. It was the lowest I'd ever been in my life. I just gone out of my second psychosis state, weed-induced, and I had moved back home, no longer with all my friends, in KC, where I was just smoking hella dope, it's crazy, because me and my friend Nehemiah, my best friends, we always talk, not always, but we talk about how, that time set was just, such a interesting time of our lives, because inside that bathroom were me, him, Elijah T. Wade, and sometimes Emily and sometimes other people like Rodney, Isaac, I don't know. But it was mostly just those four people, me, Elijah, T. Wade, Nehemiah. And in that bathroom, we would smoke weed, and in there, life was fucking, it was so fun, so free. And outside that bathroom where we weren't smoking weed, fucking life sucked so much. It was like paradise and then purgatory, euphoria and hell. It was crazy because you were in both at the same time, pretty much. It's crazy because And then I moved back home, and now it's just some purgatory. There was no euphoria on the other side, you know? It was just me and myself and I. I don't really like myself that much. Like, that guy fucking sucks. It's just kind of me and I then, you know? That's always something from my novel I wrote earlier today. It's kind of funny. I'm sometimes funny in my novel. A lot of it's fucking, like, depressing and, like, kind of, like, philosophy, kind of, like, dark philosophy shit. But some of it's pretty fucking funny. Like, all those side notes and shit and self-conversation in your head, which is all I have all the time, like, pretty much. So it's this whole novel of, like, you know, portraying myself like what I could have been had I just, like, not gone sober, and what could have happened. This is all kind of true. I mean, before I went into, what the fuck? I thought I heard something in the bushes. There's a fucking snake or some shit. But you know, before I went to psychosis the first time, which was March 5th, 2019, I was like, had someone said, yo, you want to smoke crack? I would have fucking done it. Would have gotten addicted to it. Yo, like, someone said, you want to fucking do DMT? Like, I would have done it. Although DMT isn't really a bad drug. It's just, like, kind of, I don't know. Honestly, lately I've been thinking, you know, okay, weed, I can't do that. Drinking, you know, for a social aspect, I would love to do that. Doing acid, would that make my psychosis pop up again? With drinking, like, you know, because my something I now love, which I used to not value, is my fucking, like, mental state. Well, I used to value it, but I didn't know how to change it. And psychosis fucking fucks your reality up. You're in an alternate reality. What you see is not true. And it was all weed induced. With drugs, I'm sorry, something said drugs. With alcohol, with DMT, with acid, with magic mushrooms, would that maybe go back in psychosis? I'll never smoke weed again. I've accepted it. It's my kryptonite. Another thing, with alcohol, magic mushrooms, acid, DMT, make me, as Steve-O said, would it tickle that weed bone? I personally believe after 20 months of sobriety, I don't think, like, weed, like, I don't want to do that. There are times where, like, oh, I wish I could just be high and just fucking chill. That makes sense, but the risk and reward is not worth it. It is not worth it. Not at all. Yeah, this is like me being my own therapist. Usually I talk about this thing with my sister. I've seen her, but I've talked to her like this, and it feels like a year, it feels like. Because she's been, like, working on her business, and, like, she's about to take over a company, so she's a lot of things on her plate right now. I didn't have time for this. Personally, I think you have time for, like, it's like a 30-minute conversation with anyone at any time, but I don't know. I probably could tell her that, and that we could, but we've had planned on, like, meeting and, like, talking, like, hanging out, like, I'll find show her music and, like read some of my novel and just, like, kind of talk about what we're doing. You know, we bounce ideas off each other. This is only what we talk about, you know. I fucking sent, like, a text to Colton about me wanting to move to Tulsa with Malachi. Because that's some shit I was wanting to ask my sister, like, yo, like, I was, like, back to the rest interview today, you know, he's saying, I think it should, I just do it, you know. And honestly, like, I just sent this text to Colton saying, you know, this dude Malachi, Nehemiah's nephew, is fucking awesome. I fucking, like, love this dude, and I've barely even known him that long. I don't even know what I know some of his weaknesses in music, as far as, like, you know, lack of creating. It seems like being, like, you know, what I used to be, basically, you know. I didn't make shit. He has way more shit than I had at his age, right? 21. I had, like, 10 songs that were all garbage. He's got fucking, like, Travis Scott quality unreleased music. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why is this not out? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like this is like incredible music. And he's like, you know, he like fucking boosts me up. Like, he thinks the same thing while I think about his music. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like people, like, you know, people say I got good music, but like hear it from another artist that you respect is like a completely different thing, because I don't know. It just like it clicks, and I was like, yo, like me and him were talking like since Florida, like it was like probably 2 weeks ago. I'm awful with time deception. I've been a server for like less than 2 months. I've been working there for 2 months for like a month now. Like, just completely off. Like, but goes back to my memory just being shit. But yeah, I mean, we were saying, you know, what if we like met up for like 3 days? That's what he was saying, and then like I was thinking like a week, because that's what I did with Tiwi when we made Novio, November's very own. Oh look, I'm back where I started. Not where I started. I'm still like in a loop, walking around. But you know, 6 days, 6 songs. December, November's very own with T Wade. 4 of them have already been written. We made. I wrote 2. I wrote one there. He'll write another one. You know, but like, I don't know how creative he is. It doesn't sound like he makes a lot of music all the time, like I do. Like, I thought I did shit today, and like probably what I did today, he'd be like, yo, it's like a fucking like incredible day. So I just think me and him, like, I could like, you know, help him kind of, you know, just like, because like he was like saying like my energy, and like, you know, like I was feeling this energy as well. Just like the shit, we were like freestyling for like 3 hours, and it was like fucking the best session I've ever had with anyone, really myself, just like freestyling. And this dude was like when we was freestyling, I was like, damn, he's like so fucking good. Like, and now with the freestyle, I was like, you know, I'm alright, but like I'm not good. I'm not that fucking good. Like, what the fuck, dude? You're like a special talent right now. Like, you need to fucking unlock that shit. And I think I could like, you know, tap into his like, you know, his creativity. And me and him, it's crazy. I'm even doing this because me and him, like this phone shit, like talking to my phone. He'll like, no one has ever done this shit. Like, he'll just like send me like 2 minute like him talking for 2 minutes about just like music and shit. Like what I'm doing right now, just like random thoughts. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I started doing it back. I'm like, yo, like, I kind of like doing this. Like, you're talking to like an audience that isn't there. And obviously I do it with my music, but it's not present at the time. But I don't know. I fucking love this shit though. I can't even lie. You know. Ego is an attribute I have it live in solitude, confinement. I'm reminded of my actions. I don't status. I don't know. Oh shit! Back to that whole logic thing. I'm glad I was like, what the fuck do I talk about right now? Like, I had no fucking idea. Which I was saying in my novel. I was like saying like, I really wrote this down. Like, what should I talk about next? Like, come on, writer. Like, fucking like, just Jimmy J was saying, fucking think of something, you dumbass. It's your fucking job to write. But okay, so logic. You know, we went over him, like why he's number one, and how he obviously makes fucking good music. That's why he's number one as well. He's like kind of first. My second favorite, if you know me, you already know it, Mac Miller. My sonically, how I like music, how I like to deliver music, lyrics. I mean, if someone says, yo, you sound like Mac Miller, it's the biggest compliment you can give me over like anything in music. You say Logic, okay, that's awesome. Like, that's like, you know, it's probably second greatest. But you say Mac Miller, I'm like, yo, thank you. Like that means so much to me, because this guy, I found him late. You know, I found him when Swimming came out. And most of me discovering him, he had been dead, which is fucked, you know? That sucks. All I had listened to by Mac Miller before he passed was Swimming like a couple times, but I didn't really get that big into it. And then Good AM, which I listened to like once or twice, and was like, eh. Like, I was like, you know, I wasn't like, you know, because it came out in 2015. Like, when I first listened to music, I was like, rap music was like 2015. But like, he wasn't that big, like, I didn't really know about him. And 2016 came out, but I didn't really know about him. So his next music that was like, didn't come out till 2018, which was Swimming in the summer. And like, Astroworld fucking dropped that same night, which was like one of the best nights of my life, because like I was just like high with like my best friends, Hunter, Colton, and Cameron, like listening to fucking like, you know, Astroworld, just like, which is like one of the best like moments of my life, just kind of just like being with those three guys, which they all mean so much to me, and you just like listen to like new music by Travis Scott, which we all like, you know. It was like, wow, like this is like kind of awesome, like. And like Sycamore comes on, I was like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever heard. And obviously now it's a fucking meme, but man, that shit like was impactful. But back to Mac. Something that's kind of crazy with Mac Miller is, which I was about to talk about earlier, but then I kind of forgot, all the dark shit in his life. And kind of how I was saying, when I was 18, how'd I make it? Like, what the fuck, you know, I had all this money, like, I would just done a bunch of drugs, you know. I was so innocent, and then, like, you know, fucking social media and shit takes over your fucking thing. Which what happened to him, pretty much, you know. He was so happy in life, and then he dropped debut album, Blue Slide Park, which I don't like, personally. And he got blasted for it, like people hated on it so much, and that led him to just being depressed and overthinking music releases. And thank God I don't have that problem right now. It was like I'm still unknown, like to like 99.99999% of music listeners, like. And so right now I'm building my catalog like Russ did. Like he had 1,000 fans after releasing 11 projects. 1,000. You know, I have 25 monthly listeners on Spotify, and I have 31 songs out on Spotify, 29 on SoundCloud, which I can't listen to like over like 90% of them because they're just so, the flow is just, it's not what I need to be, because I wrote those songs, you know, as songs with no beat, and then I try and put a beat in. And I'm still not good at rapping yet, and the outcome is not, like, it's not what I like. Simple as that. But Mac Miller is like sonically, you know, when I first heard Swimming, I was like, this is probably the greatest album. And it's like, I listen to albums so often, and I was like, wow, like this album, like, it just, like, it's perfect, like, from beginning to end. Like, how does he do that? And then, after that, listen to his other shit. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this is really good. Like, Good AM is like, whoa, it's actually really good. And it's like him, like, rapping, like, and singing, like. And then watching me with the sound off, like, oh, this is like still fucking incredible. Mixtapes, kids, oh my god, this is crazy. And then I found Faces, the best mixtape I personally believe has ever been made. Like, sorry, like all the Young Sinatras and Young Broken Infamous, the warm up, blow up, 06 comeback season, like, I'm sorry. All that is second to Faces. It is a man making an album knowing he could die any second, and just being like, I'm just being free as fuck, because this is like, you know, I'm gonna die probably at any moment right now, from an overdose or just something, like. And that was basically him making Faces. Like, he made the song Grand Finale thinking that was his last song he'll ever release or make, you know. Let us have a grand finale. The world will be just fine without me. You know? I listen to that mixtape, God, so fucking much. And I still play it. I'm probably gonna play it like fucking tomorrow now. I'm thinking about it because it's so fucking good, you know? Oh, man. That shit's so good. But yeah, just sonically, the guy is a fucking genius. You know, and he worked. All these three guys I'll talk about, Logic, Mac Miller, Russ, all have incredible work ethics. as far as making music and just shit they care about, because like they fucking like love it like I do. And I'm not where they are right now, but you're seeing what I believe is a guy who will be there one day, which translates to our third. All right, what a fucking transition, by the way. It translates to my third favorite artist / inspiration in life, Russ. My favorite current going artist as well, because Mac Miller is, passed away. Logic is basically retired. He just came back. No pressure was good and all. But Russ is releasing songs every fucking week. And better songs than No Pressure, to be honest. And I'm not trying to shit on him because that's why he retired, is because people just say shit on his music. I like all his music. Like, any album by him, other than everybody, I like. And every artist has a miss on an album. It happened with me, my first 2 mixtapes. It'll probably happen again. Mac Miller had Blue Slide Park. I mean, I like, Oh, fuck, I didn't even mention the whole Mac Miller thing. Pause that, run it back. Circles came out as well. And also Supermarket, I want to... So, basically what I'm trying to say real quick, Swimming, Circles, and Supermarket are what inspired me to want to sing and not just rap. Like, that's what inspired Peace and Tranquility, and then Bestowed in Darkness. Which is, without that, I think I'd just be another rapper. But now, I'm a rapper who may not sing incredible, but it's not as bad. I think it's really good. So yeah, back to Russ. I don't want to just harp on Logic's misses because that's just negative, and I don't want this to be like a negative like kind of podcast. So I say podcast. It's not a fucking podcast. It's just my mind. In the darkness have a walk. But yeah, Russ, man. The dude fucking has like a mentality that is second to none, in my opinion. It's a winner's mentality. It really is. I mean, I personally have never seen an artist. I know they see Future drop a shitload of albums or mixtapes before I got big. But as far as an artist I like personally, there's no one even close to this as far as how much they had to grind and just keep releasing music. I would just get no response, which is what happens to me right now. Just keep going, and it's nothing, and then eventually it'll connect. Gary Vee, in an interview with Russ, said macro patience, micro speed, which is something I fucking believe in so much. Russ is inspired by me. His music is really good, don't get me wrong, but that his inspiration is more important to me, his mentality. That's why he's third. And obviously, his music is fucking so good. Goddamn. I was missing on him so long because I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of new artists very often. I need to try and do that, but I find music I like, I'm comfortable with it. Macro patience, micro speed. The journey, macro patience. One day I'll fucking make it. You gotta have faith in that. You gotta have faith in yourself, but then the micro speed is every day I'm working towards that. Every second, every little, I'm building something. Russ said something Will Smith did or said to his kid, Jaden and Willow, I guess. Who Jaden Smith is I've liked Jaden Smith, but I'm trying to really like him because I think his vibe is so really cool. His music is really good. As far as rapping and singing, doing both in the same song and switching beats, and I want to make shit like that, but you kind of gotta know how to produce. It's because I don't know producers like that who can do both in the same song and do what I want. I'm making beats that or I'm making songs that beats are already done and it's finished. I can't really edit them. But which is what Russ did. Russ manifested everything himself. He made every single beat. He wrote every single lyric. He recorded every single sound. And he mixed all that. For every song he made, from his beginning until about around 2018, maybe, he started actually like getting other people's beats, but still mixes everything, like he does everything himself pretty much. And I'm by myself a lot, which is why I was about to say something, but I forgot. Which is why I like his mentality. I'll just do it my fucking self. A lot of people like to plan shit, like to overthink shit, and I'm just like, let's just fucking do it. Like my 2 music videos I put out, the director of the first one, Eliza, my sister's friend, was like, you storyboard it? Did you storyboard it? You know, this other guy I was talking to for a while, what's his name? Cameron Keys. He's like, yo, you should storyboard this. It's a free spirit video. I'm like, I just want to like do it, you know, and I'm pretty sure I can just do it pretty well. I'm pretty creative, you know, and that's what we did. I mean, my sister was like kind of, she like, Eliza was director. My sister was like kind of like the hype guy, kind of also like playing the music, kind of like giving like side notes as well. And we just fucking went out to we lived for like maybe like 5 minutes for a place to shoot it at. I think my sister like kind of like knew like somewhere in the Montrose area would be good. And we just fucking shot the thing in like 30 minutes, like an hour or two. And that was that. I edited the whole thing myself because Eliza was gonna edit, but like I was like, one of the things like Russ was saying, you know, was something he did in music videos at the beginning was, yeah, I can edit your music video. I can like record everything, like, you know, just like give me like a month to edit it. The fuck? It was like in a month to edit a video. It took me 3 hours max to edit Free Spirit. Like, it's just Russ saying they don't value your type. They're not as desperate to edit that video and get it out as you are, pretty much. Like, they don't care about your, like, they care about themselves, about being selfish, you know? And obviously, it's not being selfish, it's just like, you know, I want to make, I don't know. I am present in the moment. But yeah, Russ's whole mentality, dude, you know, it's something that I like. Those are 3 pillars of who I am, pretty much. Logic, Mac Miller, and Russ combined in one with my own personal experience as James Marbury, James Jurgen. That's who I am. Logic's the inspiration as far as creativity and just starting something. Mac Miller is like kind of like the lyrics, what I'm saying, the sonics, and Russ has a fucking mentality of doing the shit and being your own fucking boss and doing it yourself if you gotta, because all you have is yourself. I'm almost back to my house. I think this has been like a very pleasing session. Like, I feel better than before I did this, before I got the idea to just like go fucking get a tape recorder and walk my thoughts. Will I post this? I kind of want to, honestly. If it sounds good enough, I want to post this on my YouTube and like kind of start something, because this is the shit I would talk about over, like, you know, I've been thinking about, you know, not thinking about, like, so I was going about earlier, you know, talking over those 2K videos. Now, do I talk about the gameplay, or do I talk about just random shit? To be decided. I'm almost done, and after that I want to start talking over things, because I think I have an interesting mind, which I've only shared through with music and a novel that's not out yet, which is like kind of not even like my full mind, because it's just like a fiction part of my mind, which is like kind of dark. And I think I got like some like bright things too. And I think this is a chance for people to know me better. Kind of just, like, no one fucking knows those three, like, the three artists thing, inspiration, other than really my sister and my keyboard, my notes. No one knows me. No one knows me like my keyboard. Like, that's a great song that no one really knows about other than a couple people. I could probably, like, I don't know, name them. I can name every single one. I wonder if anyone in the future will, like, go back, listen to this, be like, yo, like, this is him, and he's, like, fucking, like, starting out and shit. That's crazy, because it's, like, I feel the same way, which is how I feel when I watch, like, interviews with, like, those three artists. It's like, yo, like, that's what they think and shit. That's fucking crazy, because I think the same way. Like, I want to make it. I would love to make music with him. I'm back at my house. For those of y'all listening to this in the year 2030, 2040, up in the sky in the year 2040, but down here, it's so lonely, yeah. We all need second chances. We truly go through changes. That's an unreleased song, which I don't even know the name of it because my memory sucks. But, how do I end this? People always have cool endings to, like, their podcast, like, signing out. And Mr. Hurricane, I watch a lot, is always saying, thanks for watching, have a great day. It says every time to end it. I like ending on dark notes, I've noticed in my songs. I have a song that ends with basically a guy killing himself. Picture nothing. Beauty of darkness. How could I end this in a dark way that is original, that is myself, that is kind of fits the whole vibe of this, which is just random things. So, like, maybe I should just end it something differently every time, or, keep trying until I find something I like to end it with, or just end it how I feel like it. And how I feel like ending it should just be something like Kendrick sing about me, I'm dying of thirst. And just ending it mid-sentence. Like that song, you can listen to it, it's like, go listen to it, by the way. He's, like, in a verse talking, and, like, basically he's, like, gets, like, faded out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just think of a thought, start talking, and midway through I'm gonna hit stop on this, and then that'll be it. Nothing else will come out of this video, and it'll be over. Just like life will be over. Because you never really know when's gonna end. At any moment you could fucking die, and you're just like, I'm dead. What do I do now? You're not doing anything because you're fucking dead, and that sucks. But I'm dead. I can't do anything now. Like, do I reincarnate into something else? Like, what happens when you're reincarnated? Where do your memories go? What happens to, like, life and, like, general? And how do you even see the